What's going on, you guys? Gabe Fordham here, representing Swole Dreams. I got a few things I want to talk to you guys about. A little short blog for you guys. People ask me how I feel about steroid usage and what do I think about supplement usage. We'll start with the lighter thing as far as supplements. And when I say supplements, I'm talking about your protein, creatine, BCAAs, glutamine, arginine, all those supplements that you can get legally inside of a GNC, vitamin shop, bodybuilding.com. My honest opinion, there's nothing wrong with taking supplements. Supplements, the reason that they made supplements is to supplement your diet with when you can't get your macros through your food intake. Now, examples of that being, say you got somebody that works 40 hour full-time job. Say they only get about 1 or 2 breaks a day at their job, and then they get off work after an 8-hour shift. They don't really have enough time to get all 6 meals in, and on top of that have the macros that they need. Like say they need about 80 grams of carbs because they're on a boat. They need about 30 to 40 grams of protein. That's about 30 to 40 grams of protein. That's about an 8-9 ounce piece of chicken breast. And as far as your carbs, it's about 3.5 to 4 cups of rice. Now, you can either eat that as a whole meal, or you can sit right here and get you a little supplement like a mass gainer, or get you a real good protein that's low in carbs, and get you some bread sources, some processed carbs, something that's real quick to eat. But you really don't have time to, if you don't have the time to sit right here and eat a full course meal to get your macros. So that's where supplements come in. You might not have enough protein in your diet. You need to put a protein supplement in there. You might not get enough creatine out of your food, so you can supplement on the creatine sources. And then you got your other supplements that really just give you that competitive edge as far as being a natural bodybuilder. Now this is my beliefs for natural bodybuilders, because I'm natural myself. I believe that every natural bodybuilder, you gotta have some supplements, because naturally your body's going to be pushed to its limit, and you need something to give you that little bit of an edge that your body's not going to already give you, because your body's lazy. Your body don't want to change. It barely wants to grow. That's why it takes so long for you to put on muscle and size, because your body, it didn't form to do that. Your body is just reacting to the stress that you putting on it. And then on top of that, as far as your nutrients and everything else, your body's only processing so much at one time. So that's why you need to go ahead and get your supplement source, because if not, you're gonna be fighting a real long battle. Which this is a lifestyle. This is not. You shouldn't get into bodybuilding or fitness to get a short-term goal. Now, if you do, that's good for you. But as far as getting mad because you're not getting those immediate results, don't be mad at your body. Don't be mad at yourself, because that's just not how your body is made. God put you on the earth, and when He made your body, He created it to do a certain thing. He didn't create it to be walking around looking cock diesel. He created it to function as your body should, and then have a good day. That's just simple. That's why you incorporate training. And that's what I feel about supplements. Training and supplements almost go hand in hand, because if you don't incorporate training into your daily regimen, your body, you're not gonna have 22-inch arms. You're not gonna have the physique that you want to have, but you got to add that training so you can get that body that you want to have. And the same thing with supplements. You're not getting enough nutrients, you got to add those supplements so you can get that body and that physique that you want to have. Now, the next thing that a lot of people ask me about, they ask me a lot about steroids. What I feel about steroids, would I ever think about using steroids, have I ever used steroids, things like that. Well, I've never used steroids. But the way I feel about steroids, you gotta look at why the person's using steroids. Now, You'll hear it all the time. This doctor's put this patient on steroids, or this athlete's taking steroids, or these animals have steroids in it. That's what I mean by it all depends on what the steroids being used for. I feel like as long as if a person is taking steroids, if they're willing to put everything on the line to get to their dream, why knock them? They might have reached their genetic potential, but their dreams are way bigger than what they were genetically given. So why knock that person while they're trying to expand themselves? Well, they're trying to grow. They're trying to reach their dreams. That's our key to life, I feel, is to reach your goals and dreams and enjoy it in the process. That doesn't necessarily mean that, well, yeah, Gabe, he condones steroids and he wants to use them one day. I can't tell you what the future holds. Right now, the way I think right now, I'm 21 years old. The mindset I got right now is I want to stay natural for all I can. I feel like my body is being real responsive to my training, my diet, and everything, and I've been making some good gains for as long as I've been training, seriously training. So I feel like I don't have to get to that steroid usage stage. But hey, maybe one day I might want to jump on that Olympia stage. I mean, when you jumping on things like that, you gotta know, and the hype has been as high as it's been this long. You gotta know that these guys is on some juice. You can't get that. You cannot humanly it's not humanly possible for you to sit right here and get that size without having some type of regimen. You can take all the supplements you want to take, you can do all this, but you gotta have that competitive edge. You are not gonna fill out and round out as big as these guys are getting without having that competitive edge. And that's where it goes back to me saying, if you sit right here and your goal is to make it to Olympia stage, and if steroids is the way to get there, babe, by all means, kudos to you. Those are your dreams. You cannot never knock somebody for having any kind of dreams they have. But if your goal is to be a natural bodybuilder and just have a nice looking physique, by all means keep steroids out of the equation. Sit right here and hustle and do what you gotta do to get that physique, because when you go and start that steroids, then you just gonna mess yourself up. The only time you should do that is if you're ready to sacrifice what it takes to sacrifice. Whether that be family, friends, health, or whatever it may be. I wouldn't take steroids as far as if you want to do this natural, because you'll be lying to yourself and the people around you. Now, the thing with steroids that when we speaking on steroids, if you're a steroid user, keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Whether you're a public figure or you just sitting right here, you just a gym rat. Keep it to yourself. Because you got kids, you got teenagers, you got even grown men that's sitting right here, grown men or women, sitting right here idolizing these guys that they see on TV. They sitting right here doing all this and that, thinking that what they gotta do is eat their spinach. Now, if you think about it, these guys, they gonna sit in there, they gonna go hard, they gonna do what they gotta do, they gonna sacrifice, they gonna do what it takes to get to a certain point. They might not be on your level, but these guys are gonna set themselves up for success. And I know, because I was one of those guys. That's what got me into bodybuilding. I was seeing these guys, they was jacked. I was like, dang, all I gotta do is lift weights and I can look like that, I can be that shredded and things like that. And as I got older, I started seeing the true side of everything. I started seeing what it takes to get to certain levels, what it takes to have certain things. But if I didn't build that foundation that I built by being naive, then I wouldn't be where I'm at. I don't have the best physique that I ever seen, but I do have a physique that I am pretty happy with, because I know I'm still growing. But like I said, just seeing these guys and idolizing them and saying, well, shoot, I'm gonna sit right here and work my tail off. I'm gonna eat my spinach. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. It got me into the mindset. And then later I started forming my common sense of saying, hey, well, yeah, I gotta add some supplements in there. Then I started looking at, well, dang, if I want to get to that level, I need to start using steroids. Is that what I really want to do? So that's my take on steroids. I don't use steroids, but at the same time, I do not knock them if you're using them for the right reasons. Like I said, if you're a natural bodybuilder and you sitting right here, you just trying to take some steroids to get a little competitive edge, no, I knock that, because you can no longer claim yourself as a natural bodybuilder, and you sit right here and you go and compete with these guys as natural. It's gonna throw those guys so far off that they're gonna have so much discouraged in their sport because you lived a lie. When they sat right here and live by the book and preach and practice what they preach, and then you got a guy that sat right here and injected himself and it was so sorry that he felt like he needed to inject himself and then compete with natural guys, that's why I have a problem with it. But like I said, I don't take steroids, but at the same time, I do not knock steroids. I don't know what the future may hold. I may want to compete with the Olympians. I may want to get on that stage. But when that time comes, that time will come. But right now, as me being 21 years old, I don't knock it. I don't knock it, but like I said, I do not use it. I ain't gonna say I wish I did, but maybe my games would be a little bit differently if I did, seeing my kind of work ethic. But that's all I got for you guys on this short vlog.